Impromptunes acknowledges that this podcast is recorded on the traditional lands of the Bunurong peoples of the Kulin Nation. We pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging and celebrate their enduring connections to country, knowledge and stories.
Impromptunes, 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 impromptu. Do you hear the people improvising?
Good people of the world, thanks for tuning in to Impromptunes, the completely improvised musical podcast. Now here they are, the cast of Impromptunes.
G'day, it's me, Emmet Nichols. It is such a treat to be here, as always, but things are a little different today, and I'll tell you why. 2 reasons. 1, Hollie James is back in the house.
Yeah.
Hello, Hollie.
Hello, it's so nice to be back.
So great to be back. What a treat to have you in, Melbourne.
Yes.
And then let alone that, but in the podcast studio as well.
We had one day where we could make it work, and by golly, we've made it work.
Yeah, and Hollie actually made it to rehearsal last night as well.
Yes, that was a nice
surprise. And then
surprise.
I saw her socially, so 3 days in a row of goodness.
It's amazing. And it was lovely last night because I got to meet some of the new cast.
Yes, so at the time of recording, we've just indoctrinated 9 new, what do you call them, vessels into our cults. That is Impromptunes. Really exciting times. You're already familiar with some of them. I know you worked with Conor Morell.
Yes, I did on The Wedding Singer.
Yes.
But yes, and I've just met a couple more, including
over to you, Emerson Brophy.
Yo, that's not my normal greeting.
But now it's canon.
It's stuck with me.
This is our listeners' first impression of you, Emerson.
Yo. Well, it's all uphill from here.
How funny. So what do you think inspired the yo greeting? Like, what is it about?
I think
situation.
It just feels kind of cool, kind of casual.
Yeah.
It's a chill vibe here in the studio, and I would like to think it's a chill vibe in your ears when you're listening.
It is
a chill vibe because there's a new oscillating fan.
It oscillates so well.
It does.
Our 10th new inductee and oscillating fan.
Which is very exciting.
We should actually thank our fans for providing Patreon money to allow us to purchase things like this. So
That's true.
You guys bought us a fan, and I know that maybe you didn't want to buy us a fan, but we're very grateful.
We actually are. There were some times where I thought people were going to pass out in here.
Yeah,
so.
and it's actually doing a really good job.
It is a lovely job.
I'm finding it good. I don't know if it is getting all the way to the tech desk, it looks like.
That's what the oscillation's for.
We've also got new troop member. Well, Emerson's obviously a new troop member. You haven't heard him on the airwaves before, but you'll hear him and see him even one day. But we also have Ian Andrew on tech desk. So maybe shout out a big hello, Ian.
Big hello.
There we go. He's very literal with his yes and so far, but we'll work on that. No, it's great to have Ian. So we're going to record another pod. Little industry secret, we record multiple pods on the one night.
Scandal.
Yeah, it's a time management thing. You can DM us about it. Also on the keys we have David Peake, our fabulous and long-suffering pianist. We also had a really fun time at the Impromptunes Christmas party.
Yes, I was sad to miss it. There was a few sore heads, I think, the next day from what I heard.
Yes.
Did you have a fun time, Emerson?
I did, yes. My voice is probably still recovering.
Yeah, you might hear some scratchy tones from each of us.
Do you know, I messaged another cast member and said, how was the Christmas party? And they said, do you know what was great? Because there was new people there. It was nice to hear some new songs, which makes everybody who is old in the troop sound like the most boring
because
karaoke.
they were from like the noughties and the tenties, not the 80s and the 90s. Is tenties a thing? I don't know.
There are some songs that come out every year though, so I guess it was good to have some variety.
And I am inferring exactly which troop member that was.
and who will be speaking to you privately after this podcast.
Because I've heard their hot takes on I don't know if you guys have karaoke.
What is this referring to?
Karaoke bangers, but everyone's got their A track, but sometimes you got to throw your B track out there to get a bit of variety. Emerson, what is your karaoke go-to?
Ooh.
Putting you on the spot here. We didn't discuss this earlier. This is some prov right here.
Yeah, I think I've learned that it has turned into I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith.
Very good.
Which could probably contribute to the post-scratchiness that I'm getting in my voice even still. But, it's worth it for the vibes on the night.
Oh,
definitely.
So worth it. Yeah, and that's one that gets the whole room sort of like pulsating.
Exactly, a good power ballad.
Yeah, and what about for you, Hollie?
Mine is always River Deep, Mountain High, which is very much too high for me. But I plow in every year regardless. And I say, you know what, this year maybe I can sing it. And I can't. But it's always really fun. And then again, I have like you the next day. I'm like, where have my vocal folds gone?
How did this happen?
Yeah, so
I
weird.
Love that your like karaoke preparation is just repeated annual optimism.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, I can do it now.
Yeah, but think about how good it's going to be the year that it comes off and those yeahs are just like scrounging out. It's
Let's hope you're not over the hill by then, Holly. If you were. My karaoke favorite would be, I want to say something really like self-indulgent and wanky, like Music of the Night or something like just something that would absolutely kill the room. Like the vibe would be completely dead. You know, I guess what I'm kind of alluding to is a conversation we had at rehearsal last night, actually, where what I find really frustrating about karaoke is when someone does a song that they know they sound shit hot doing. I'm not saying I would sound good doing that, but they sound shit hot, but it's like a complete vibe kill, and it's just everyone politely clapping and then sort of recommencing
and forgetting that ever happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think you and Morgan's might be Let's Get Down to Business from Mulan. Is that what it's called?
Make a Man.
Oh,
Make a man out of you?
Let's get it down. That's the one though, right? Sorry, it's called Make a Man.
I always call it Let's Get Down to
Business.
too.
And did it come out this year? I don't know.
It
So
did.
early, like the fourth song maybe.
Was that the fourth song? I thought it was the first song because.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, because
Had the decorum to make it past
usually
one.
gets there really early and puts it in before anyone can complain. But the sad thing about it is I missed the first half of it this time because I was coming in a different way.
Oh.
Anyway, there we are on that somber note.
That had a sad note. Oh, God. I thought it was...
We're going to do an improvised musical now. We make everything up on the spot. The lyrics, the dancing, which you can't see, the story, the characters that you can hear only, and the narrative. So this is our attempt and our mission. Oh, Hollie's amazing.
Wait a second.
Controversy.
I'm sorry, but I have
I'm going to get a shot of this shocked expression for you listeners. Oh, my God.
I have been gone for a little while, I admit, but I come back and the Bowl of Destiny has been renamed Pot of Gold in huge letters.
Oh, man.
Just scribbled over.
And and the thing is, I started with the
red marker, I can see.
A red whiteboard marker, I think. Oh, no, maybe it was a red Sharpie. And then I went over it without rubbing anything out. It looks
now,
so bad.
I don't want to make a big deal, but someone's got some explaining to do.
Look,
Emerson, it's you.
I've new kids.
I've been catching up on the podcast lore in my preparation, and I understand there is so much history about this one little bucket.
But
so it's good to see more of the actual reaction to it.
Why is it a pot of gold? No one's telling me anything.
Sorry, I'm trying to social media right now because I want the listeners who are listening to this recorded live, which is not possible to do, to be able to experience this. But, you'll see this post now, and then when you listen to this pod, it'll be weeks later, and you'll be
still waiting for an explanation.
Anyway.
But for them, it's now.
Yeah, for them it is now.
Right.
But anyway, so look, Hollie, we used to have it was a bowl. It was a cereal bowl originally.
Yes.
That we're talking about what we collected all the titles in that you suggest, listeners. It used to be in a cereal bowl. Now it's in like a pot.
Bucket thing,
But
yes.
it is this looks like it's for a pot plant. Do you agree, or?
Yeah, it looks like it might have had some of those
maybe-
like
is it a-
those those chocolates
yeah.
that look like flowers in it or something.
I always thought it was like a pot plant, but yeah. So Morgan always called it the bucket of destiny. And I like the pot of gold because it is literally gold and it does look like a flower pot.
And then gold could come out of it with our
Gold
improvisation.
suggestions.
Yeah.
Oh, so you like the title?
I'm coming round to it, but I just needed someone to give me the decency of showing me that before I
Don't forget all the gold suggestions that go in.
Yes.
The audience gold that go in. We put it in a pot, let it grow into gold again.
More gold.
Yes.
Yep. As
look,
gold does.
Yeah.
I will be calling my lawyers, but please, by all means, pull out a title.
And if you want to help pay for Hollie's lawyers, please support our Patreon. Okay, this is a fantastic title I've pulled out. Dance and Deliver, an inspiring teacher teaches calculus and Cumbia by Adrian Holguin from Facebook. What a mouthful and what a brilliant title. Dance and Deliver, an inspiring teacher teaches calculus and Cumbia. Now,
What's Cumbia?
What is Cumbia?
I think it might be a type of dance, like a Spanish dance. That's going to be my best guess, and I'm Googling it now. Just more of me just like Googling whilst recording.
Well, it was just speaking of Spanish dance.
Colombian. Yes, Hollie.
Okay.
It's a Colombian dance.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Sorry, what were you
No,
gonna
never.
say?
No, just that I did some dance classes while I was overseas. Guys, I went on holiday. Can I tell you all about it?
I love that subtle clang. Oh, speaking of my holiday, we don't need to? I'll talk about it anyway.
No, but some of the Latin, dances are very difficult. I thought, having had some dance experience, I'd be okay at it, and it turns out I was not. So,
Emerson, you're a musical theatre whiz kid. Are you something of a dancer or more of a mover?
I'm definitely on the mover side of things. I consider myself a double threat.
Oh, okay. What are the two things?
Singing and sitting down. No, singing and acting.
Okay, but you can add impro to that. So
There you go, triple threat. Don't ask for an explanation.
Cumbia refers to a number of musical rhythms and folk dance traditions of Latin America, particularly Colombia. Okay, so there we go. Calculus and Cumbia.
Calculus and
Passing that over to Ian, our tech, to scribe into our spreadsheet. You don't need to know the back end stuff, but here we are. Impromptunes with new initiate Emerson Brophy, yo, and Hollie James, our producer, and now performer in the space for it's been a while, David Peake. We've got on keys, Ian on tech for Dance and Deliver, an inspiring teacher teaches calculus and cumbia or something.
that was very good.
That was pretty good.
Emmett was memorising that, so
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23, 25. Yaha! That's maths and dance getting together. That's maths and dance getting together. That's maths and dance getting together. That's maths and dance getting together.
there's no better way to solve a sum than with a pirouette finishing on your bum.
There's no better way to multiply than doing a big jetty through the sky.
That's dance and maths coming together. That's dance and maths coming together. That's dance and maths coming together. As well they should. What do you get when you take a pie? 3.151579. And then you stand on that pie in a chorus heels and you make the audience feel.
If I'm on a train that's going from Sydney to Melbourne,
East to west, south.
I'll get there and I'll chase my dance dreams.
That's dance and maths coming together. That's dance and maths coming together. That's dance and maths coming together. As well they should. As well they should. What is the square root of a turnover?
What's the sum of tap?
How do you subtract a point from a fourth?
What's the derivative of a salsa?
How do hips relate to multiplication?
How do you integrate jazz?
Can you swing a divider?
Can you maths?
Yeah, that's maths and maths coming together. That's dance and maths coming together. That's dance and maths coming together. As well they should. As well they should. That's dance,
That's dance
and maths
and maths
coming together. That's dance and maths coming together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dance and maths coming together.
That's dance. That's dance. That's dance. That's dance. That's dance and maths and dance and maths
and maths and maths and dance and maths and dance and maths and dance coming together.
Billy,
Yeah, Susie?
I've just excuse me.
Oh, sorry, Mrs. Grubin. I just...
That's all right. I like to be a cool teacher, it's true, but Billy, you can't do that. Not after what I've just seen handed in on my desk. Half-finished maths equations. And you're not even wearing your leg warmers.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Gruber. I just get so distracted with one and the other. I know that I'm here at this school on a dance scholarship and I need to do my maths homework, but oh gosh, it's so hard to do both.
It is hard, but that's what the journey is. It's about dance and maths coming together.
As well they should.
Billy, you're only in first year, aren't you?
Yeah, Mr. Brown?
I am a first-year graduate, and I went straight back in to teaching alongside this inspiring teacher.
Oh, Mr. Brown.
You know what I'm talking about, Susie.
Oh, stop it.
When you graduate, you get to call her Susie.
And you graduated last year?
Yeah, 3 years of dance and maths coming together.
Wow.
And then, as soon as I could leave, I came back. Just like dance and maths coming back together.
That's right, Billy. That's how inspiring it is. We've got students returning straight away. But you have to put your mind to it. I can't be catching you daydreaming in the playground. That's right, we have playground in high school.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. I mean, I want to stop daydreaming, but all I can think about is just maths and maths. Just together with itself, you know?
Oh, we've seen this before, haven't we, Susie?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Gruber and Mr. Brown. I don't know, I just kind of want to sit at a desk and do my maths problems. Is that...
Billy, it's not enough anymore. You can't just be a maths person. You have to be a double threat. Maths and dance coming together.
As well they should.
As well they should. That's the
so
motto.
you tell me, but I don't know, I just...
Look, your parents really wanted you to come here after you embarrassed yourself at the end of the year 10 formal. You were doing the hucklebuck on the dance floor and you just face planted.
I know, I was woefully underprepared, and I'm sorry that I failed your hucklebuck class, Mrs. Gruber, last year, and that's why I'm here repeating it this year.
You don't have to be sorry to me. You only have to be sorry to yourself, Dal.
And I am, but... No, it's right. You're right. I need to get into my hucklebuck classes and also do my integration homework, and then one day I'll be...
Do you really want to relive the shame of face planting in front of all the other girls and boys?
It was pretty embarrassing. My face is still kind of bloody.
Yeah. Your parents wouldn't let you clean it up. They wanted you to remember the shame. As well they should.
As well they should. Billy, you've got a lot of potential. I believe in you. I really do, but you've got to start handing things on in time. I need to see you stretching. I need to see you turning. I need to see you wiggling your hips, not in a weird way, but in a dance way.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm sorry. You're right. I'll get to it. I'll forget my dreams of just being a maths guy, and I'll remember that I can be a successful dance and maths guy like you, Mr. Brown. I want to be like you. I want to see the world for 3 months and then come back and teach here.
It was the best. I went to a place called Bali, Indonesia.
Bali, Indonesia.
That was my gap year, 3 months in Seminyak.
Look, I've got to run. I've got a salsa and division class to get to, but...
Yes, and I'm teaching tango and equations.
Okay, thanks for the pep talk, guys. I'm in teachers.
It's okay.
So casual.
We're cool.
Maybe we're back on almost first name terms.
We will be if you get Dancicle.
Dancicle. Oh, God. You just gotta focus. Billy, just focus. They say that maths can't be done sitting down. They say that maths is better done when you're spinning around. I want to be the one that others look up to, and that means I need to do that hucklebuck too. I can do the things that my parents want. I can do my homework in all the right fonts. I can do the dances that they want me to, and I can do 2 + 2. 'Cause if I add myself to the problem, I can make my dreams come true. If I add some focus, I can do it, I can do it, I can dance and do maths too. I'll dance and do maths too. Just got to get over this failure of last year. Remember how to hucklebuck. I'll step 1 foot forward and step the other foot back. Throw my hands in the air and I'll repeat all that. I can wiggle my hips, but not in a weird way, in a dancing way. I can do it, I can do it, and I can add and subtract and divide and multiply through it. I'll dance and maths, I will maths and dance, and I'll make my family proud. I can dance and do maths too. I can dance and do maths too. I can dance and do maths too. That's what I'll do. Yeah.
How was your day, son?
I don't want to talk about it, Dad.
Come on. You're getting into be a bit of a teenage angst brigade like the Nirvana's told me about. And I would like to know how... I would like to have some chats like we used to when you were in year 6 and you were doing your drum production.
Yeah, I know. We had some great chats about that production, and I know that you, as a big world-famous actor and physicist...
Yes, that's me. And you played the Toad like no one I've ever seen before. You were so funny as Mr. Toad.
Thanks, Dad, but...
Hello, I'm Mr. Toad. I'd like to go into the willows with you. It's windy.
It was very windy, and
And Hector G. Bear was there as well, and Frog and all his friends.
Yeah, I know, Dad, but that was 7 months ago. I'm in high school now, and I've lots of homework to do, and Mrs. Gruber is on my back about this.
Oh, that's Susie Gruben. She is so inspiring. You know, she taught me everything I knew.
Yeah, you keep saying, and she keeps saying, and that Mr. Brown guy, he keeps saying as well. He really thinks he's going to be the next you or something.
Well, I saw an inspiring article about him in the Herald Sun the other day.
Oh, yeah?
He got a 4.5-star review for his paper, Swizzling and Quizzling.
Oh, that's right. He's making great breakthroughs in those new forms of dance and also maths.
Exactly. It's just like he's a pioneer, just like you've always been. Remember the way you made your own costume for Mr. Toad?
I do, but it was just, I don't know, it was so cumbersome, and I kept tripping over, and I kept hitting my head on the ground.
And you never gave up.
Yeah, but...
You hit your face flat on the floor in front of all of your peers as Mr. Toad, and you never gave up.
And I kind of wish that you and Mum had let me wash my face of all the blood from my nose, but I get the lesson you were trying to teach me.
Look
but then when
how red I am, Billy. Look how red my face is.
It's like a kind of browny, like...
It's congealed,
It's so congealed.
Because in the Mutton family, Billy Mutton, Mr. Me, Joe Mutton, and your mother, may she rest in peace, Deirdre Mutton.
Oh, Mum.
We wear our failures on our face. It's family law.
I know, but I wish it...
Not a flannel in sight.
I'm sorry, Dad, but I can't deal with this extra stress.
Away from me.
You're right. All right, I'll give you a kiss on the cheek like you insist. Oh, it's so crusty.
I know it's hard to understand, Billy. I know. Come here and give me a big close cuddle. Oh, there's a good... sorry, I've globbed on you.
You've clotted on me, Dad. Oh.
Look, I know it's hard to understand, but the thing is, we get to be the people we are. Some of these other parents and teachers, mind, they cover their kids in fairy floss, in pillow fur, in duck down. They cover them in pockets of inflatable, you know, that stuff that comes in that no one knows what the name of it is.
Bubble wrap. Yeah, I see them at school. I
guess it does have
it's a very tactile school, and we all have our parents breathing down our necks with
It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor, Billy.
But if the blood is also a metaphor, why is it literally on our faces?
It's a daily reminder. Oh. You see it every day.
And it's a daily reminder in class because Mrs. Grubert's on my back about the Hucklebuck situation from last year.
Please don't talk to me about that.
See, but this is what I'm talking about. I tried to go to my room and work on my homework, but you keep breathing down my neck and clotting on my face, and I just want to get my homework done.
Do you?
I do. There's nothing you can teach me. Dance.
Really?
And maths.
Both?
Yeah, they're coming together. As they should.
That's the spirit, my boy.
Yeah, I was briefly distracted by the thought of sitting down in a chair and doing maths and only maths and forgetting about this dance thing. But I'm back trying to get...
Dance thing? That doesn't sound very respectful.
I'm sorry, Dad. I'm just angsty, like you said. I respect dance so much.
The other parents, they're all soft. They hold their little kids up aloft. They hold them in the air like they just don't have a care because they're covered in bubble wrap all day. These other parents, they are just so weak. They treat their parents like they're gods that are Greek. They hold them way up high and then they think to themselves, oh my, they're just going to be the same every day. They'll never change and they'll never learn. They'll never persevere and earn. They'll never change and they'll never learn. They'll never persevere and earn their way. Do you see what I'm saying? The other parents are mild. They think they've got a hero for a child. But it's just such a waste. Get them out of this place, because they're just nothing better than you. These parents, they think they're also cool, but their children are growing up as fools. Yes, they are going so soft and they've got them covered in cotton, and I think that they're not going to be so good. They'll never change and they'll never learn. They'll never persevere and earn. They'll never change and they'll never learn. They'll never persevere and earn their way. Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, Dad, yeah, that's fair enough, but I want to, I don't know, do something on my own. I want to maybe try to do my own thing. I've got a path in my mind and I don't know if that I will find my way. But if I listen to your advice, I'll do things right every day.
That's right, because they'll never change and they'll never learn. They'll never persevere and earn. They'll never change and they'll never learn. And they'll never persevere and earn their way. Say it with me, son. Here, whilst dancing.
Oh,
they'll never change and they'll never learn. They'll never persevere and earn. They'll never change and they'll never learn. They'll never persevere and earn their way.
Billy, this is the third time this week I've caught you crying in the bathrooms. Is everything all right at home? Is everything...
I don't know, Mrs. Gruber, my dad's just on my back a lot about trying to be better than all the other kids and trying to prove myself in class, and it's just a lot, and I want to make him proud, and I want to make you proud, and I want to make Mr. Brown proud, but it's just so much to
Billy,
do, you know?
Look, Darla, I've got something to say to you.
What have you got to say to me?
I'm sorry.
You don't mean that.
No, I do.
No, you're just trying to backhandedly motivate me to work harder.
I'm not. I realise that everyone's being very hard on you, and I haven't done what I've always said I would do with my students, which is find what they've got inside, what makes their heart sing. I've been trying to force you to do addition and arabesques. I've been trying to force you to do subtractions with the splits, piecing pies together with pirouettes. But I haven't asked you, what makes your heart sing? What's your favourite kind of maths, Billy?
I really like the quadratic equation.
Quadratic equations, right. So calculus.
I don't
know anything about maths. I'm kidding. I've got a whole... Oh, yes, where you start at the top and you come down in a bell curve.
A beautiful parabola.
That's right, a parabola. Yes, that's good. You tell me some more maths things, I think.
I don't know, it's just...
What else lights you on fire?
Well, the thing about parabolas is that they're all of us, in a way. Because they start their life riding high and feeling really great. But then as time goes on, things turn south a little bit. And then one day we're feeling fighting fit. See, parabolas are a curve, and that makes them really cool. Yeah, parabolas are something that I learned at this school. 'Cause when I leap across the room, the motion that I make is kind of like parabolas. And that's pretty neat. 'Cause maths is like life, and I love that. Yeah, maths is like life, and I love that. Yeah, maths is like life, and I love that. I love that, Mrs. Grubert. It's pretty cool. See, if we take a moment to just look at maths on its own and see that for the beauty that it is, rather than trying to assign beauty onto it with dance and performance and pirouettes and arabesque, I don't know, maybe I'm stupid, but I just think trying to hucklebuck our way through life is only half of the equation, you know?
You know, you're right, Billy. Not everyone can hucklebuck. Everyone's got to find their own path. I remember when I was young, they tried to force it on me. There were sums and equations everywhere I just couldn't see. But then I found the thing that set my soul on fire. And now I dance in maths and I have all my desires. 'Cause maths is like life and I love that. Maths is like life and I love that. Maths is like life and I love that. Maths is like life and I love that.
You really get it, Mrs. Gruber. I think maybe if I went to the school dance and instead of doing the hucklebuck and redeeming myself in my parents' eyes, if I went and told the school about how maths is so important and can be so interesting on its own, do you reckon maybe I'll impress some people?
6 weeks later.
Hey, school! I think maths is like life and I love that.
He's making the numbers dance.
Maths is like life and I love that.
Oh my god, the equations are moving like ballet dancers.
Maths is like life and I love that.
I've never thought about that before.
Maths is like life.
Maths is like life.
Look, the students everywhere are dancing. Billy, they're doing their own steps. not the hucklebuck, not the tango.
This is called the plus sign.
Great.
I've got one too. This is the parentheses. Wooble wooble woo.
I'm the square root of 9.
I'm pi, and this dance goes on infinitely.
I'm trigonometry. Whee!
Billy was right. It is like life.
Maths is like life, and I love that. Maths is like life, and I love that. Maths is like life, and I love that. Maths is like life.
Maths is like life.
Oh, Dad.
Hello. Oh, I thought I would come and see your performance. I understand you'll be dancing and mathsing today. Don't fall flat on your face, son.
I know I told you that I would dance and deliver, but what if I just kind of mathed and deliver?
Let go of that tablecloth. What are you doing with your face? Oh, no. Oh.
I'm wiping it clean. Something I should have done 7 months ago.
Maths is like life, and I love that.
I'm seeing you in a whole new light.
Maths is like life, and I love
I'm seeing maths in a whole new light.
Maths is like life, and I love that.
I love that, Dad. I love maths.
I've never seen you so inspired, son. I love you. You are my life, and I love that. You are my life. You are my life.
Dad, I love you.
You are my life, and I love that. All right, there it is. Dance and Deliver, an inspiring teacher teaches calculus and Cumbia.
That was the brief
Cumbia.
run.
Yeah, I think so. I actually wondered if that episode was sponsored by the government.
Yes.
And they were just trying to talk people out of the arts and into STEM-based objects.
yeah.
I did hard maths at school, and I couldn't remember anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Is this the time to mention I have an engineering degree?
Oh my gosh, the perfect musical.
I thought you would have done more like.
You know, that's the thing. I really tried, but that was a long time ago, and I'm not
Focused on your lack of dancing.
What an amazing debut, Emerson. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was good fun.
You loved it?
Yeah, it was really fun. I liked the themes and the mathsiness and the non-standard ending. It wasn't as resolute as it could have potentially been.
Yeah, just a little character development.
Yep.
Little
All
shift.
round.
All towards mathematics.
As all things should.
Well, hopefully you liked it. Maybe you can sponsor the pod or tell your friends about it. Or maybe just quit your career in the arts and get into something actually useful.
Maths is like